Hello guys, this is Adam. How are you? Welcome to the lab again. I have very wonderful happy news. Unity does run on M1 chip. There is a slight hiccup, like slight hiccup, but it works perfectly. I did run a game. It's a 2D platformer game and I was getting 60 frames per second just like that, and it was running just fine, and I had so many other stuff open while recording the screen as well, and all of that, and the game ran just fine. And as you can see right now, the game is running, which is amazing. And if you are using Unity, that means Unity have been optimized already. One of the viewers said in his words, I do develop on Mac for Unreal Engine, but I think Unreal Engine is not optimized for the M1 chip yet because of what happened between the Epic Store, aka the owners of Unreal Engine 4, and Apple. Maybe that's why Unreal Engine is not optimized and doesn't work on the M1 chip as it should, because Unity is flawless. Right now I am building a second project on Unity. This project is even heavier. So I have a 2D project, a 3D graphic project with 2D, and then I have 3D project as well. And I will tell you right now if they are working or not, and we will definitely fast forward to that. They are still importing and they are still downloading, but I just want to talk a little bit about so far what I have seen with the M1 chip. The performance is really good. I am hesitant. A day I would say no, there is no need to return my 16-inch MacBook Pro, and another day I would say no, I would return it, and instead I would get a fully spec'd out 2013 machine. It seems definitely the RAM with the SOS is optimized, but it's still not as much as it should. The machine did have hiccups for me multiple times, and multiple times it was like blocked. You definitely need to do RAM management. You definitely need to close things out and focus on doing one thing, because with us, because of how fast the processor, the M1 is, we were just going crazy all out, forgetting the fact that we don't have enough RAM to deal with. And one of the viewers said, well, why you are always focusing on 16 gigabyte of RAM? Well, for this instance, I am focusing this channel, or what I am trying to do, the message that I am trying to deliver speaks first to developers, and developers do a lot of stuff and do have objects that they need to run and such. That's why they need as much RAM as they can get, and with the M1 chip you definitely need the 16 gigabyte of RAM. And with that being said, 16 gigabyte of RAM, it doesn't even cost that much. And speaking of which, the project is just about to be done right now. I am building it on Unity. For me, it doesn't matter how much it would take to like run the project. For me, what is the most important, can I actually do my work? Because if it builds it, let's say on the i9 within 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then build it here within 1 minute and 50 seconds, 30 seconds different, it doesn't matter for me. When you are building something, you will be doing something else. Right now I am building the game and I am talking to you. I am multitasking. You will definitely be doing the same. So you would click build, go drink some water, maybe go to the bathroom, whatever that might be, then come back, you would find your project done. But the most important thing is, when the project and you run it and you start testing, does it work as it should or not? The answer is yes, it will work as it should, because we have run a project already, and this is a much more heavy project. It's much more tougher, and it's saying finished loading the object, so we are waiting. Unity project for PC, Linux, and Mac, Unity 1.14 F1, the personal version, Metal. Wow, Unity does support Metal, and Metal is, again, as I said, the reason that Unreal Engine wasn't working in the previous video, because it wasn't supporting Metal. It only supports OpenCL and it only supports Coda. But now Unity actually updated their software and they support freaking Metal. This is one of the very first programming, well, IDEs, I would say, that supports Metal, aside from Xcode, and I am really excited for that. And here we are, made with Unity. This is level 1. Let's click on it, select level, and I have no idea how this game works, but the main thing we are getting the project to run just fine. So click R to restart. I think because I have not put in any controls yet, I honestly have no idea what the controls are. The only thing that I know is R in order to restart, and R seems to run perfectly. So with that, I would say your project is running as it should. If you can see, the graphics are in full power, and we are recording the screen at the same time. Plus, this looks wonderful. Oh, I see. So I know what the controls are now. Yeah, and this run as definitely as it should. So there we go, and ooh, yippee! Ah, that was bad. Okay, let's start again. I need to make it. So we go here, and then oppa. Oh, yes, nice. Yep, we got it. That was the very first level, so that is good. Let's go to level 2. The game is running 60 frames per second. Everything else is good. And we are running the game as we should. The graphics are good. Metal is doing its job. Man, I love Metal. I am a huge fan of Metal. It's definitely running. I see. I think I know what to do. Here, let's do it again. But yeah, Metal is working. So here's the thing. This is the game. So we are running it. I think I know what to do. So this will jump. And then whoopee. So I will definitely open that. By the time it gets here, it's open. Yes. Anyhow, that's the project. So I will definitely go to the desktop and just come here and the test Unity, close it, and I will close the recording. And oh my bananas, that was amazing. I really want to run another 3D project. The second project which we just ran was 3D objects with the 2D interface. So it was really a bit intensive. This is 3D on 3D, and I am actually anticipating we would have 30 frames instead of 60. But who knows, maybe actually it would run just fine. Granted, the video that you are watching right now is only 30 frames per second, so maybe that doesn't show the whole story, but yeah. Tomorrow I will be doing Android, and after that I will be doing some other things. Please, if you have anything that you want me to test, when you mention it in the comments, do not be like, test Java, test Godot, test whatever. I do not know a lot of this stuff. I am mainly an iOS developer, and that's what I know. And I have done the testing for Xcode already because that's what I do and that's what I work with. I don't know how to code with C#. I don't know C++. I know a little bit of Java because I do web development as well. So I don't know a lot of languages and such. So if you have a specific workflow or IDE, when you mention that, if you have a project or a sample of a project, mention it and give the documentations on how to run that project, because if you will not give me documentations, I have to look them up myself. That would take some time. I do have work, so it will not be helpful. So please, if you have something that you want me to test, give a resource, and with the resource maybe like a project, a sample project from GitHub, with that maybe a documentation on how to run that, because each one is different. I am a human being, and you know there is limitations for me. So if there is something specific that you want to know, mention it, give me a GitHub project, give a resource on how to run it, and I will be more than glad to run it and do the testing and share that with you. I am keeping this machine for quite some time to do the testing, and then I will decide whether I will keep it forever or maybe return it after doing all that testing. That's something I would decide later, and of course when I decide, I will definitely share my thought process with you guys, so maybe that would give you a better idea about what to do for you in the future. So this is future Adam, and we are still importing. We are at the third stage, and it hasn't been a lot, but it gave me an option to set the quality, and it did something interesting. I just wanted to let you know up front. Unity set the quality of the project by reading the specs, which means it will set it automatically. Guess the quality that the M1 chip or the program with Unity using Metal on the M1 chip chose. Stop, pause the video, comment what do you think your options are: low, high, ultra high. So these are like your options, and then comment which one you think and why, and then after that continue the video. So 3, 2, 1, go comment, and I will give you the answer in a second. Did you comment? Good. I hope that you did. And if you didn't, please go back again, comment, and hit the like button as well. But it actually chose the highest quality available, which is the Max Ultra. And I made it sound like the Ultra is something maybe it does exist or not, because it chose the highest quality ever, which means metal is being optimized to death with it. And remember, this is a 3D on 3D project, which means I'm actually excited to see if it's on Ultra and gives 60 frames per second. That's insane. And I'm excited to test the project on my 16-inch MacBook Pro as well on a later date, and definitely in the future I will be doing a project. But for now, this video is just I am having fun with it, running the project, and as well we want to see if it works or not. We have established it does work, but we want to see how well it does work. So I will see you when the project is open. Okay, update number 2. We are around 7 or 5 minutes in. So the project has been building for around 5 minutes by now. One thing I noticed, so I went to the RAM account, and I will take a screenshot so I can show you. And basically, the RAM is at red. The RAM is maxed out. The machine needs more RAM. The machine is not breathing. The RAM is being used as a whole, which means my theory when it comes to the RAM is accurate. So you need at least 16 gigabyte of RAM in order to give a room to breathe. I closed out everything, and the only thing that is open is building that project, which is a 3D on 3D. And the RAM is red, 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 which means it needs more RAM in order to build that project faster. And I am sure if there was 16 gigabyte of RAM, probably the project would be built right now. And when I go to the CPU is being used only by 13%. Only by 13%. The idle is 82%, which means the CPU is not being used. The RAM is what's being used, and the graphics. And speaking about the graphics, let's do command 1, 2, 3. And then command 4, and we are using the 6 cores. Is it 6 cores or 8? I think it's 8. It's 8 cores. So from the 8 cores, it's only using 6. There are 2 cores which they are completely idle. Okay, so the project is built, and it took around 15 to 18 minutes, 20 minutes maximum. No, I think less than that, because I started watching a video and I am at 17 minutes. So I would say it took around 17 minutes in total to be done, and that's okay. As you can see right now, by the way, I cannot record because this game is using all the resources from the device, and that's understandable because we only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. The graphics is being used heavily, and the RAM is being used heavily. So the CPU is up there, but there is not enough RAM. I will show you just like that. As you can see, this is amazing. I will focus on it instead of me, and dude, this is running at 60. Wow, this is insane. Wow, holy schmoly. Can you see this? Wow, I can move. I would say we are playing at... No, that's above 30. It's not 60. I can say it's not 60, but it's definitely above 30. I would say we're playing at 54 or something like that. There is no delay. I am using the mouse and keyboard. Can I jump? I press space? Yes, you can jump if you press space. And this is a full 3D game, and I am going and moving, and wow, the sound quality is amazing. I wish you can hear it. But yeah, I guess that's that. I guess, the sounds are insane. Yeah, so I guess it works as it should. And I think that's conclude this lab, and that's conclude this test. Unity works just fine. Metal is supported on Unity, which is amazing. I am really excited for that, and I am actually excited to try the same project on my i9, and I might, if you want to see a lab, thank you for joining me in this lab, and go ahead and use Unity until your heart content on a new Mac Mini M1 chip with 16 GB of RAM. Adios.